If tiny invaders are turning your home into their highway, the fix may already be sitting in your kitchen right now. Stay with me, because in the next few minutes, I'm giving you two simple homemade methods that attack the problem from both sides. One recipe targets the nest you cannot see. The second creates a barrier they hate crossing. Most people only fight the ants they notice, and that is why they keep returning. Today, we change that. Listen closely, because one small detail makes the difference between failure and results. First, understand what is happening. When you notice a line of ants on the counter, near a plant, or along a doorway, those are not random wanderers. They are workers following signals left by scouts. One ant finds food, then marks a path. More arrive, then more. Soon it feels like an endless parade. But ask yourself this: if you only wipe away the ants you see, what happens to the nest sending replacements? Exactly. The source remains active. That is why sprays often disappoint. They remove the evidence, not the cause. So let's start with the deeper solution. Grab a small bowl, cup, or any little container you do not mind using for mixing. Add 1 heaping spoon of granulated sugar. Brown granules, coarse sugar, or regular kitchen sugar can work, but crystals with a stronger scent often attract faster attention. Next, add 1 spoon of baking soda. Nothing fancy. The same box many people keep for cleaning or baking is perfect. Dry ingredients first, then mix them together until the color looks even. This step matters more than people think. Now add 2 spoons of water little by little. Stir slowly. You are not making soup. You want a thick paste that holds shape when placed down. If it looks watery, add a pinch more sugar and baking soda in equal amounts. If it looks dusty and dry, add a few drops of water. Keep stirring until it resembles a sticky cream. That texture helps ants collect particles and carry them away. Too thin, and it spreads uselessly. Too dry, and they ignore it. See how balance changes everything? Why does this work so well? Because ants are gatherers. They search, collect, return, and share resources inside the colony. The sweetness attracts them to investigate. They pick up the mixture and transport it back through their tunnels. Inside the nest, the baking soda becomes the hidden problem. Over time, it disrupts their system and weakens the colony from within. You are not chasing every worker one by one. You are redirecting their own routine against them. That is the smarter game. Why fight the line when you can affect the source? Here is how to use it around plants. If ants are nesting in pots, place small dabs around the rim, near cracks, or where trails begin. Do not bury the paste deep in soil. Let workers find it naturally. If activity is heavy, space several tiny spots around the container instead of one large blob. More access points mean faster pickup. Check again after a day. If it dries out completely, refresh it. Consistency beats dumping huge amounts once. A patient approach often wins quicker than aggressive overuse. What about kitchen counters or shelves? Use tiny portions on bits of cardboard, bottle caps, or scraps of paper placed near trails but away from open food. Keep it out of reach of children and pets. Watch the ants gather around it. Many people panic and wipe them immediately. Do not. Let them work. They are doing the delivery for you. If you interrupt too early, you slow the process. Sometimes the smartest move looks like doing nothing for a short while. Strange, right? Yet effective. Now for the second recipe, the barrier method. This one is not about feeding them. It is about breaking roads, confusing scouts, and discouraging re-entry. Think of it as removing the map they trust. You need a small amount of acetone-based nail polish remover, plain white vinegar, and water. Use a spray bottle if possible. Add 1 capful of remover, then roughly equal parts vinegar and water. Shake gently. The smell is strong, so ventilate the room. You only need light coverage, not soaking puddles. Where should you spray? Start with places ants usually appear. Window edges, door frames, sink backsplashes, cabinet corners, trash areas, and the exact trail lines you observed earlier. Spray a light mist and wipe if the surface requires it. Always test delicate finishes first in a hidden spot because some materials can react. This mixture helps disrupt scent markers ants rely on. When the trail disappears, followers hesitate, wander, or turn back. Without clear signals, organized movement collapses, and once confusion begins, numbers often shrink fast. Use both methods together for the strongest result. The paste addresses the nest. The spray interrupts traffic. One removes internal strength. The other blocks outside pressure. Too many people choose only one side and wonder why progress stalls. Imagine locking the front gate while also cutting supplies to the base. That is the combined strategy here. If activity is severe, repeat the barrier spray daily for several days and refresh bait portions as needed. Momentum matters in pest control. Small repeated actions outperform dramatic one-time attempts. There are also mistakes to avoid. Do not flood every corner with random chemicals while using these methods. Strong smells from multiple products can repel ants before they carry the paste. Do not place giant piles of mixture. Tiny accessible portions work better. Do not leave crumbs, syrup drips, or pet food open nearby, because those compete for attention. And do not expect miracles in 10 minutes. Sometimes visible activity increases briefly as more workers investigate. That can actually mean the system is engaging. Patience beats panic every time. Let me explain timing. In lighter infestations, some people notice reduced traffic within a day. In heavier cases, several days may be needed. Colony size, food sources, moisture, and nearby nests all matter. If you live in a warm climate, activity can rebound faster, so maintenance becomes important. Ask yourself, did you remove the attractants too? If not, ants may simply shift routes and return later. Clean counters, seal food, empty trash, and repair leaks whenever possible. Strategy works best when supported by housekeeping basics. What if the ants are coming from outside cracks? Use the barrier spray along thresholds and inspect entry points. Gaps around pipes, worn weather stripping, and tiny wall openings are common highways. Sealing those spaces after traffic slows can create lasting relief. If you skip sealing, new scouts may eventually discover alternate routes. Think like the insect for a moment. Where would you travel if searching for water and crumbs? Follow that logic, and weak points reveal themselves quickly. Observation often saves more effort than guessing. For garden beds or patios, place the paste in sheltered spots protected from rain. Moisture can dissolve it too fast. Under bricks, beside planters, or beneath overturned trays can work well. Keep wildlife and pets in mind when choosing locations. Outdoors, trails are wider and colonies can be larger, so persistence matters more. Refresh after rain or heavy dew. If several nests exist nearby, you may need multiple stations. This is not failure. It simply means the area has more than one source feeding the visible problem. Now, a quick note on safety and common sense. Never mix random cleaners together beyond what you understand. Keep containers labelled. Store ingredients responsibly. Ventilate when using strong-smelling liquids. If a surface is valuable or sensitive, test first. If an infestation is extreme, linked to structural damage, or includes stinging species, professional help may be the smarter route. Homemade solutions can be useful tools, but wisdom means knowing limits too. Results improve when confidence is paired with caution. That balance always matters. Many viewers ask, why not just use store sprays only? You can, but many quick kill sprays handle workers you see while leaving the colony structure mostly untouched. Then fresh lines appear later, and frustration grows. The methods here focus on behaviour. Ants depend on communication, routine, and sharing. Break those systems, and numbers often fall naturally. It is less about dramatic instant scenes and more about quiet control. Sometimes the strongest solution is the one nobody notices working until the room stays empty. Another smart move is monitoring. After applying, check the same spots morning and evening. Are trails shorter? Are scouts wandering alone instead of marching in lines? Are window corners quieter? These clues tell you whether progress is real. Pest control becomes easier when measured. Without checking patterns, people assume nothing changed and quit too soon. Give the process a fair window, then adjust placement if needed. Move bait closer to trails. Re-clean surfaces. Refresh barriers. Small tweaks can create major gains. If you share your home with children or animals, place bait stations where they cannot reach them. Behind appliances, high ledges, tucked corners, or secured containers with tiny access holes can help. Safety planning is part of success, not an afterthought. The best remedy is one you can use consistently without stress. If setup feels risky or inconvenient, people stop using it. Build a system that fits your space, then maintain it calmly. Practical habits beat perfect intentions every single time. And remember this final truth. Ants are persistent, but they are predictable. They seek food, water, shelter, and reliable paths. Once you understand those four motives, the mystery disappears. Remove rewards, break roots, and target the nest. That is the full strategy wrapped into these two simple methods. If you try this and it helps, hit like and tell me in the comments what changed first. And if you want more practical fixes, subscribe to my channel so you never miss the next solution.